Big Ty came in as he's done all year long, got that big paw up and swatted that baby to the ground.
So the Vikings get the defense they needed and the special teams play. And so now Valley takes over, throwing 37. Bruce Reyes back in the quarterback.
Talk about Tyler Davis. How many big plays has Ty Phillips made this year?
Ty Phillips as well. It'll be first down from the 37. It's only an 8-point lead, 15-7, with 5:05 to go in the half. Reyes. Boy, almost another bad handoff. Now he gives it to Stewart. Stewart breaking a couple of tackles. They hit hard at the 40, picks up 3. But once again, Joe, there's a miscommunication between Reyes and Stewart there.
Yeah,
and
just
they're lucky to get 3.
Not in sync in the running game right now. I think it was Donald Anderson made the first hit. But he still gives Stewart credit. He got 3 out of that, so it's a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, ball at the 40-yard line.
Valley will get the ball to start the second half, by the way. They'd like to see a score here late in the first. Here's Reyes over the middle. Chris Owens makes the catch. He just took that one away, and he is hit hard, but he should have the first down at the 48-yard line. Chris Owens, 6'2", 273 senior. Wow.
And he and Mason Simmel, a linebacker from Ottawa, wrestling for that ball, and Big Chris got that one, and he's made so many big catches in the middle of that field, and that's a big first down for the Vikes at their own 48-yard line.
4:23 to go in the first half. Reyes takes a look over to the sideline. He'll get this snap at about the 44-yard line. They want to run it Xavier Stewart. Xavier Stewart to hole up the middle, and he gets to inside Ottawa territory down to the 45-yard line along the right hash mark. That's a gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Nate Bruto makes the stop for Ottawa that time, but a nice run by Stewart. And it's always nice, Kim, when you get good yardage on that first down play. Now you have a lot of options on second down.
2nd down and 3. From the 44-yard line of the Braves. Franklin goes in motion. And the Vikings will keep it on the ground. Stewart straight up the middle. Stewart bounces to the outside. He breaks a tackle. Stewart to the 30. He makes a man miss. He's to the 15. He's to the 10. And pulled down from behind at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, nice run. I'm going to say that's about a 45, 46-yard run that time by Xavier Stewart. Boy, he faked that one guy. One guy was sitting there to make a tackle, and Xavier put that little juke step on him and ran right by him. So once again, the running back, Stewart, is a senior out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nice run.
And now Lenore's Dukes in, first down at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for the Vikes. And they give it off to Lenore's Dukes. Lenore's bounces to the outside to the right, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Valley. His 13th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings get their two-touchdown lead back. Flag is thrown, though, and I think it'll be after the play on one of the Vikings. So I don't know if it's celebration or whatever, but the touchdown will count, and it's 21-7.
The thing I like about that drive, the Vikings established the running game very well during that drive. And that's what you like to see.
You know, you were talking about Xavier Stewart, that play he made. Is that what they say when you decleat something?
I guess. I
mean,
know.
Wow. They say break your ankles, and that's what you do there. Personal foul on Rob Barrington. And I don't know what Rob did, but there's a penalty, and it'll be assessed on the kickoff. But the Vikings get the 2-touchdown lead back, leading now 21-7. They'll go for the extra point here with Miramontes.
Well, and you hate to see that penalty, but that offensive line has done a great job today.
Good snap. Kick is on the way. It's up. It is good, and the perfect season continues for Fabian Miramontes. Vikings up 22-7. We're late in the first half on the Viking Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Erica here with Dominic.
Joe, it's now 41-0 third quarter.
41-0. That one's over.
Wow, that team's good now.
Yeah, Hamilton's good. They'll win it. They won the Class 2 championship 2 years ago. Now they're back down to Class 1 again.
Carry out only, unlimited. Where can you get great pizza half off? Right here at Domino's in Marshall. So save yourself money every Saturday with our Viking specials, and save yourself time by ordering online to Domino's.com or call 886-6565. Good luck to the Vikings in today's game.
Well, that big penalty is going to be enforced here on the kickoff, so the Braves should get great field position with 3:10 to go. How you like your conference championship T-shirt,
Hey,
sir?
I like that. Those are nice. It's a gray T-shirt, and it says 12-time football Hard America Conference champions on the back. Front, it says 2012 HAAC champs, MVC football. Very nice looking shirt. Those are the shirts the team was sporting in the end zone after the game, the Central Methodist game last week.
I was in the AD's office yesterday, and he said, by the way, you guys have done just enough work to
just
earn
barely
a T-shirt.
Enough.
So we
got
got
is that the same as a provisional letter?
I think so, yeah. All right, so Miramontes will kick off, and the Braves should get great field position, and there's still 3:10 to go in this half. 22-7 Valley.
Yeah, I need to keep them out of the end zone with 3 minutes left. If we go in 22-7 at halftime, that'd be good.
Miramontes will send it to the 22-yard line. It's picked up there across the 30 to about the 40-yard line, 41. Good return. And good field position, Donald Anderson. I'm looking to my left, Joe. A lot of our students have been standing the entire game.
Yeah, that was Marcus Brinkley from Tipton there on the stop, also helped by Isaac Reed. So pretty good coverage. You remember the Vikes kicked off deep in their own end after that penalty on the touchdown run. So good field position for Ottawa, 1st and 10 at their own 41.
Yeah, you don't feel so bad having for 41 after you had to kick off that deep. Empty backfield for Ginzo. Quick throw over the middle, and it's dropped. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kellen Hernandez out of Meade, Kansas, a 6-foot sophomore. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 3:01 to go and a half.
Boy, and you're right. I mean, Ottawa taking no time at all. They're up to that line, taking more time this time than normal. But they get that line pretty quickly.
And that does not give the Vikings a chance to make all of the substitutions they want to make. 2nd down. Here's a handoff up the middle. Good hole. And this is about an 11-yard gain for Dexter Hayes. Best running play of the day for the Braves.
Yeah, and I think making the stop of the Vikings, I think Michael Barnes was in on the stop. Also, Matiala was in there also.
So it's 1st down at the
Malaya.
49-yard line. Ginzo back to throw, and he is going to be sacked by who else? Ty Phillips. A one-handed sack.
Ty was on the ground when he brought him. Ty on the ground brought him down with one hand. You're right.
Wow.
Boy, what an athlete. Now we talk about Ty. Let's give you some stats on him or some. He's a 6'2", 244-pound sophomore out of East St. Louis. And, boy, I tell you, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Well, he had 12 sacks coming into the game, 49 tackles and an interception. He's had at least 2 sacks today.
Plus a blocked field goal.
2nd down at about 15. Crowd again on their feet as Ginzo will take the snap. Here comes the rush. Throws it over the middle. That ball is intercepted. It's intercepted by Mike Hall at midfield.
Yeah, Mike Hall extended completely that time to grab that one. Nice catch by Mike. And again, Mike is a senior out of Forestell, Missouri, and reached up, just took that ball right away from the receiver. So with 1:56 to go here in the half, Vikes are going to get it 1st and 10 right at midfield.
And we have followed this team, Joe, and there's going to be no, well, we'll just go into the locker room with a lead. They are huddling around Paul Trott. They are going to go for more right here. It's a minute 56 to go, 22-7. Mike Hall, did he stretch out for that or what?
Yeah, and Mike's another one of those defensive players. We've seen him get better and better every week. So a lot of these players really coming of age for the Vikes here in the latter part of the season.
Mike Hall's 2nd interception of the year. 1st down for the Vikes right at midfield. Reyes takes the snap. Back to throw. Pocket holds. Guns it over the middle. It is tipped and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Mikal Johnson. The ball was tipped. And then Bird was close to it, but he couldn't catch up with it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from midfield.
I think that was Weston Coombs, 197-pound junior defensive back out of Phillipsburg, Kansas, there to break that one up. He made a nice defensive play that time.
2nd down and 10. That stops the clock. 1:50 to go. I believe both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. 2nd down as Reyes takes the snap, play action. He looks to the sideline, throws. Martinko makes the catch, breaks the tackle, and then he stays out of bounds, but he does have the first down at the Ottawa 35-yard line. We've talked about Seth all year. The routes he runs, just seems to be open. He just really runs a nice route.
When he just barely kept those feet in bounds that time when he made the catch. Then he stepped out, I guess, with 1 foot after the catch. But that's a nice gain down to the 35. So, we got Fabian Miramontes. He'd be kicking into the wind, but he's got pretty good range as a field goal kicker.
Vikes are up 22-7. The only touchdown came on a short field after a muffed punt by the Vikings. Reyes back to throw again. Over the middle. He's got it. He's got Benson. Benson makes the catch at the 10. Heads to the left side pylon, and he's going to be drug out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Benson over the middle made the catch, and he worked his way to the left side of the field. Finally pulled down, but it'll be first and goal at the 3-yard line.
That's about a 32-yard completion for Bruce Reyes. And boy, Alex Benson showed some pretty good speed that time. He almost got that ball into the pay dirt territory, but down to about the 3 with 1:32 left in the half. So Vikings knocking on the door, and I think now they're going to mark it down at the 2, so they're really knocking on the door.
Yeah, with all your timeouts, you just go ahead and run your offense here. A minute 32 to go, 22-7 Valley. Reyes rolls to his right. He scrambles into the end zone. Reyes started right. There was a defenseman there, so he stopped, went back to the middle, and he scores from 2 yards out, and Valley increases their lead to 28-7.
Yeah, Reyes all year long, late, especially the last couple of games, has really shown his ability to run the football as well as pass it. He just kind of danced that one into the end zone, so the Vikings a big touchdown there to extend this lead. Fabian can make it.
Mike's going to go for 2, and here's Thornton, and did he make it? No. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, right at the goal line. Remember, the Vikings tried that early. They go into that swinging gate. Thornton tried to run it in, didn't make it. He tried it again, and this time he just barely gets the nose of the football over the plane, and the Vikings go up 30-7.
A great effort by Travis Thornton that time. He got hit at the goal line. He was not going to be denied. He crashed into the end zone. Now there's a flag on the field. I'm not sure what that is, but I think the 2-point conversion is going to count, so we'll see. They're going to assess a penalty on one team here on the kickoff.
Well, we're down to a minute 26, so the Vikings scored 2 touchdowns in a very short period of time.
Yeah, scored that the one before this with 3:10 left, and they get this one with 1:26 in the last 3 minutes.
Ooh, unsportsmanlike conduct now on Ottawa. So the Vikings are going to have an interesting choice to make here. And I'm sure what they'll do is just kick it in the end zone if they can.
I think so.
Because this is going to mark it to about midfield.
Yeah, and so I'd say Fabian just drill that pigskin into the end zone, and let's keep playing defense.
Let's keep playing them defense. 30-7 is our score now. Boy, the Vikings, Joe, you just look like we're sputtering, but you look up and we have 30 points on the board.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the half and some major penalties, and yet 30 points. Yeah, it's good, like we said, resiliency.
Miramontes will kick off from midfield. Now again, he's kicking in. Well, that breeze has really lightened now, so he may just boot this one into the end zone. But Taylor Beasley, a couple of series for the young man, a little change of pace, threw a couple of nice balls, and then Reyes comes back in. And I see our president, Dr. Bonnie Humphrey, is in the car with, I believe, one of her grandchildren, and with Ed Leslie.
But Ed's not letting her drive.
No. Here's the kick, and this is going to go through the end zone. And so Ottawa will have it at the 25-yard line. And they have all 3 timeouts, a minute 26.
Yeah, nice kick. And I think that was a smart thing to do right then. Let's make them go 80 yards in less than 2 minutes. And remember, the Vikings should get the second half kickoff.
Joe, while they line up, I'll tell you, we saw Dr. Bonnie Humphrey. What a job she has done as president of this institution. Job. She's a big fan of all the athletics and all the student organizations, and wow.
You know, Ken, I think a lot of this due to her leadership. Spirit's pretty high on campus right now with everybody.
Here's the handoff, and Hayes gets to the 28. I thought he was going to have a nice game, but boy, the Vikings close in a hurry. Trip Thomas is out there.
Stanley Pittman, I think, was the first to make contact right there. He got to the outside, the linebacker, and like you said, Tripp was there. And so nice defense. That's going to be a gain. And we gained about 4 on the play.
Second down and about 6. Clock is moving. We're down to the 1-minute mark of the first half. Vikings up 30-7. Here's the snap. They're going to keep it on the ground again. Up the middle as Hayes spins. He'll be short of the first down. And it'll be third down.
Vikings say a fumble.
Vikings say there was a fumble. And let's see.
No, I don't think so.
Vikings are begging for it. Michael Barnes saying, hey, we've got the football. But they're going to rule that it is Ottawa's ball. Wouldn't that have been something?
Oh, wow. Yeah. It looks like a gain of maybe a couple on the play, so it's going to be
well, I think Vikings took a timeout here.
Third and 2.
Yeah, Valley took a timeout here. Good choice for timeout. It's 3rd and 2. You're going to make them make a play here.
Yeah. It's good call, and Coach Monty Rowe will huddle his defensive troops on the sideline. They're saying 3rd and 3, so it's going to be either a long 2, short 3. Take your pick. They've got to get to about the 35-yard line, and right now they've got it marked on looks like between the 32 and 33.
Joe, everybody listens to you and I on Saturday afternoons, but how about Chaz Maddie and the television production crew? They put everything on live stream, and it's just been they have done a fantastic job all year long, and all of you watching on live stream, it's Chaz Maddie and the young men and women of our production crew just do a super job. They're here 9 o'clock this morning getting ready.
Oh, Chaz and his crew does a great job. I'm not sure what level you and I are on, but Chaz has taken us to a higher level.
We just walk in, sit down, start talking. That's all we have to do. All right, it's 3rd down at about 2. Vikes took that timeout. And let's see what Ottawa wants to do. They're going to hand it off to Hayes. Hayes bounces to the outside. Boy, he's a shifty running back, and he gets to the 39, and that's enough for a first down. Tyler Davis made the tackle, but that is a first down. 35 seconds to go. And now maybe Ottawa will like to put the ball up. Let's see. It's a 30-7 Viking lead. 30 seconds to go. There's a flag down as they're just going to run the ball to Dexter Hayes here. But that's penalty will stop play.
Yeah, and Ottawa's got to be discouraged with all the breaks they've got in the first half, still to be behind by 23 points. They've got to have their dauber down just a little bit right now.
Yeah, it was it happened in a hurry. It was 15-7, and then 2 quick touchdowns. And give our offensive line some credit. They were protecting, giving the quarterbacks time to throw, and then on the running plays, we really got our running game going.
Yeah, that is good to see that running game. And the Vikings, as they do so often, mixing the run and the pass very effectively.
I think that penalty was on the Vikings, so it's 1st and 5, an offside penalty, 27 seconds to go in the half. And once again, they're just going to keep the ball on the ground. That's Stotts, and Stotts did not get back to the line of scrimmage. And that is Philip Fowler leading the tacklers.
Stotts got Stotts that time. So, good job by Philip, the defensive back. And Philip came up and made a nice hit. And, again, he is a junior out of San Diego, California. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and still about 5. That's going to be the end of the half.
Philip Fowler, one of our MassCom students. We're awfully proud of him, and we're proud of this Viking team. It's halftime, and Valley got it rolling. They're up 30-7 as we go to break. Joe and I will be back to Greg Mitchell Field in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
Joe, it's now 48-0.
48-0.
I think we know where that one's
I'd
going.
say that one's just about over.
Thought I'd keep you updated.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. You're broadcasting that game on the FM, aren't you?
Yes, sir,
Okay.
and I'll let you have a final as soon as I get one.
Okay, thank you, Nathaniel.
Yep.
4114 or visit moval.edu. Share our tradition. Share our pride. Missouri Valley College in Marshall.
We are back to Greg Mitchell Field, and you look at that scoreboard on the south end. It is 30-7, and I'm telling you, until about midway through the second quarter, it was a 15-7 ball game, and then the Vikings took off, scored 2 quick touchdowns, got a 2-point conversion in there, so they have a 30-7 lead, and Valley will get the ball to start the second half.
Well, with 15-7, Ottawa had the momentum. They were driving. Viking defense held. They got it back, put that nice drive together, really established a running game, and then that touchdown by Lenoris Dukes from 5 yards out with 3:10 left made it 22-7. Then Vikes get it back on a turnover and then take it down. Bruce Reyes runs it in from 2 yards out, and just like that, like you said, 30-7 at halftime. So this team, some bad breaks in the first half, but boy, they struck like lightning when they came back.
And our 2 big defensive players, 3 big